Let's see how Notion can get more customers for their software without pushing a ton more money into paid ads. And we will do this by looking at their YouTube channel and see what they are doing right now and what could they be doing. So this is what we are going to do. We will rate their current channel on ideas, how they package these videos, what value do they actually bring, and how do they convert people into their software. And then we will fix their channel strategy live, and right here we will see how we can improve what they are doing currently. So the first thing is look at their channel. They have a ton of videos, ton of subscribers, and they are actually posting 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago, but it's the typical thing. This is what I see every time I do these videos. It's just companies posting about new features. So let's say they do a new feature like Notion AI, they will start creating videos about it, and in like 1 week they will publish 4 or 5 videos. It's like a campaign what they are doing. Welcome to AI, this is Notion AI, and this is how to search with it, how to write with it, how to create projects with it, and how to build an AI driven culture at work. But this is what I always tell. If somebody wants to get customers without pushing paid ads and cold emails, they have to be the solution for these customers' problems. So these customers have problem. You use a software because you want to solve your own problem. And if so, the SaaS has educational videos where it showcases how they can solve the whole problem, not just part of it, then you will want to use the software by yourself. They don't have to beg you to sign up. And this works because the problem, the small problem that a SaaS can solve is, for example, somebody doesn't know how to send many cold emails. And then there is a software for sending a lot of cold emails. And if you want a more in-depth explanation, I already made a video about this, why this works and why educational videos are the most powerful thing for companies in the upcoming years. So I just want to go back and look at Notion's current thing. I don't think they are creating any tutorial videos. Selling Notion templates, how to market Notion templates. Yeah, they help you sell Notion templates, but let's look at the real stuff. So who is using Notion? It's a very famous niche, is the productivity niche. So people who want to be productive, who want to have notes and want to organize their life, use Notion. So I think this is a place where we can go in because people know about Notion, but there are more and more competitions in this space and people creating videos. Okay, this one is better than Notion. Okay, this is better than Notion. I actually tried this tool last week and it was 10 times better than Notion. So Notion has to fight back and he has to show why Notion is the number one thing that you can use for productivity. But currently their ideas are just about new features, so the video idea in itself is like a 2 out of 10. And so for our content strategy, which is educational videos, this video is the closest how our CTO uses Notion AI for work, and this is what we will base our whole analysis around, and this is what we'll look at deciding what to give out of 10. So ideas are 2 out of 10 for the whole channel, but this one is actually, I believe, a good idea. So this might push up the number because I think this idea where you can see somebody actually at work and somebody who is a higher level guy in the company, in a big company, and you see them how they use a specific tool for their work and how they are more productive with it, then you want to check it out yourself because you are interested in how you can do this for yourself. So this video idea is actually very good. I like it. So this alone will push up this number to a 4 out of 10. For the whole channel, it's a 2. They don't really do tutorial videos, but this is very interesting. Now we move on to the packaging, which is title, thumbnail, and also the first 30 seconds. This is what decides if people will watch the whole video or not. I like how the thumbnail is clean, but I have problems with it. It's not a bad design, but it doesn't have a hooking factor. I don't see any desired situation in my mind when I look at this thumbnail. I'm not like, oh, I'm really interested in it. If you just forget the title for a second and only look at the thumbnail, it shows somebody and Notion. But we don't know that this somebody is a very important person in the company, and we don't know that we can learn from him. We just see a face and we just see Notion. And again, without looking at the title, I can't tell what the video is about, which is not a full requirement, but a good bonus. How our CTO uses Notion AI for work. Now this is not a bad title in my opinion, but misses some key points. It really shrinks the audience size because the only people who will click on this video are the ones who know what Notion is and know what Notion AI is, plus also knows what CTO means. Because if you are somebody who doesn't know what CTO means, you wouldn't click on this, because how our CTO uses Notion AI for work is not relevant for you if you don't know nothing about this. So they could do the exact same video idea, which is a very important person is talking about how they use this very insane tool to be more productive and so on. This is a very good idea, but they can package it much better so a broader audience can see it and still want to learn from it. And the broader audience will feel like this video is for me. I want to check it out. I want to see how this high level person, what I can learn from him in order to be more productive. And then in the video, they can learn about Notion and they can learn, okay, Notion is actually a very good tool for being productive and I want to download it. So they will download it. Or they say Notion AI and they haven't used Notion AI and they are like, okay, this is pretty insane. I gotta get Notion AI. So the title and thumbnail could be much more interesting, both of them. And also the title can target a larger amount of people. Basically, what we want to do in this packaging is just tell people that, hey, this will help you to become more productive. And we know this because a very important person is using it. This is the message that we want to show. This is kind of similar to like how professional athletes eat to have a six-pack all year around. And you want to learn from these higher level people in that field because you are interested in what tricks they have. Okay, so let's check out the intro and then we will give a rating for the packaging. He sits down. Yep. Okay, now I understand. They actually just showcase the features like every other video, but they packaged it in how our CTO uses Notion AI for work, which is a step above the usual company YouTube page, but still we need to work on this. So I put the transcription of the intro here so we can fix it later. But right now I will say it's a solid idea. I think it's executed not perfectly, but better than most companies do, and still can be improved a bunch, so 5 out of 10. Actually, I will give it, you know what, a 6, because it's positive. Now let's look at the value. What do you actually provide in these videos? Because it's very important that we don't just showcase our features, we tell people why they should use it, how they can use it. A lot of times big companies do videos where they show like, oh, we just introduced AI into our software, and then somebody sits there and like, okay, but what do I do with AI? Like, how can it help me? So videos where they not only showcase how amazing we are because we added AI into our software, but actually show if you use our software with AI, you now can reserve tables at restaurants much easier, or now you can get more clients for your own business, or now you can organize events much easier. So if you showcase, okay, how can you actually use this, then that will become a much stronger video. So this is what we are looking for, the value that you get out of watching this. Okay, I watched the video and it's actually not bad. The first thing that we have is the hook that we already talked about and we will fix. And then we get into the first feature that we are showing through this video. But this video still has a story. It's like, okay, the CTO starts the day off with a search where he gets like update from the Notion on what is going on, what is happening. It basically just shows the feature and also starts the story. And then he's like, okay, I now know what is going on and now I just have a meeting. And then he shows the meeting notes feature and then says, okay, I'm done with the meeting. Now I have to research some things and this would have taken me a week, but with research AI, it's much easier. And then he says, okay, so we want to include all of these things into the enterprise and business plan of Notion. And yeah, goodbye, see you. And these companies do it as well. So subscribe and do it. Steps ahead of other companies who are not utilizing the storytelling part of creating videos and showing features enough. This is a much better way to show new features because you are showing features, but also talking about how people use it in their everyday life, so people can imagine, okay, I have this AI, but now I know what to use it for. I can record meetings with it, and it gives me a summary of the meeting as well, which is awesome. Like, I can imagine myself using this. So the value aspect of this is like 8 out of 10, I would say. Still can be improved, but much better than most companies because it's not just, hey, this is a new feature, but this is a new feature and this is how I use it. And the converting part is how they get people to actually sign up for Notion AI. This video is targeted at businesses and what they did is just okay, we include all of these features right here. Let me show you all of these features in our new business and enterprise plans. So that means that they are talking about, okay, you can sign up to Notion, but I don't see any link in the description, notion.com/AI, but it seems like they haven't verified the channel itself, so it doesn't show up as a link, which is a minus point. Let's check the comments. Okay, we don't see a comment, pinned comment with a link as well. It's not bad idea. They tell we just have all of this in the business and enterprise plans, but I can't easily try it out. I can't easily click on a link and get to it. So I just have to go to a separate page and type in Notion and then find, okay, Notion, and then click here, pricing, and then I see the business one, get started. It's much harder to do this than just click on the right link in the description that tells me exactly how this business Notion works. But there is a plus point because they haven't forgot about it and they actually include it in the video itself. So I would say 7 out of 10. And from this only, I see that this video is much better than the usual ones in the business space. And this is why probably Notion is one of the most popular productivity apps, because they just do it right. But let's make it better for them. So let's start with the ideas. Ideas like this are much better. The channel should have more ideas on how to use Notion to be more productive. It's not about how to use this Notion feature. It's much more about you will get this outcome, which is in our case be more productive, if you watch this video. And in the video we showcase Notion and how it helps you become more productive. So it's the solution to your problem, but the whole video is not just about Notion. It's a step-by-step guide, for example, and only step 2 is Notion. So the ideas should be about how to become more productive and just have integrations of Notion features and different Notion software type things in it. But this idea right here is actually good. I like this. And now we come to the more crucial part, which is the packaging. We will look at the title, thumbnail, and the hook again. So this is the current title, and now I want to rewrite it. And after thinking about it a ton and actually thinking how this could be good, I came up with how our X million dollar company's tech leader uses AI tools. You are doing it wrong. And this would work better because we see a big companies which gives the authority that, okay, this is a big company. Tech leader uses AI, and you want to learn how this big company's tech leader is using AI because you want to use it for yourself. And putting you are doing it wrong at the end just helps you say that what you are doing currently is bad and this is much better. You can believe us because a big company's tech leader is doing this. Now we move on to the thumbnail. This is the current thumbnail right here, and what I would switch is just showcase that this guy is important. So it could be something like this, where the person stays at the same place right here on the left side as in the original thumbnail, but we have a text like CTO. This here can be CTO or tech leader or something like this with an arrow. So there is an arrow to showcase that this person is very important. And then on the right side, it can be a Notion thing, but showcasing a desired situation. For example, saving time. For example, something cool that shows that if you watch this video, you will save time or you will become more productive. For example, it could be a meeting note right here, like showcasing the fancy meeting note that Notion AI created, and the text saying done in 13 seconds. A text like this right here. Of course, this is my raw board, so it's kind of hard to design, but I just want to showcase the thoughts behind it. I don't want to actually create the design for it, so this is why I'm doing right here. But now we can see amazing notes, and we can see that it's done in 30 seconds, and we can see that a big company's CTO, a big guy, uses this and does this. So now you are much more interested with this title as well. So now we move on to the hook and what was here. Basically, this in the beginning was like showing how they set up the shot, which actually gives credibility. So in this case, I actually like it because it hooks your attention a little bit and also shows high production quality, which also shows you that, okay, this is actually an important person. If you have a big crew filming one person with a laptop, you know it's an important person. It's kind of subconscious, but it works. Little Notion intro. I don't mind this. Like, I'm okay with this. This is not the most optimal for YouTube, but I don't mind this. What I mind though is after the text. Hi, I'm Fuzzy and I support the engineering teams here at Notion. This is good. And if you are a team working in Notion, today is a good day because I'm here to introduce a brand new toolkit of AI capabilities designed for work. So it's good up until to the point because I'm here too. Instead of introduce a brand new toolkit of AI capability designed for work, it could be something like to show how you can find any information about your projects, create easily readable meeting notes so you can. And now this is much interesting because I know, okay, if I watch this video, I learn how I can do all of these things under 1 minute. It showcases the desired situation again of what I want to achieve. I don't care about introducing new features. What I care about is to become more productive, to be better at work. I only care about new features if I like Notion already. But in our educational videos, we don't want people who like Notion already. We want everybody. We want our target audiences to watch even if they are like, oh, Notion is not as good as the other alternative. Because after watching this video, they realize that Notion fits perfectly in their workflow. And they are like, okay, I like this workflow. I like how I can take meeting notes and how it creates summaries for me. And they go back to their other alternative, which doesn't have that feature. And they're like, okay, so I'm using this alternative, but I can't have meeting notes with AI. So what do I do now? Do I switch back to Notion, or do I just stay and I just agree with the fact that it's harder for me? So now it gets them thinking of switching to Notion. People don't really care about the names of the features. They just want to solve their own problems. So your workspace now has enterprise search, AI meeting notes, research mode is not needed. Just maybe an explanation of what these are, so we understand, and unlimited use of your favorite AI models. This is interesting. We could say is everything. And the best part is that besides this, you have unlimited use of your favorite AI models. So is very important because right now we just had this, but with we can say that this is why it's good for you. So for example, right here, so you don't have to switch between 15 different softwares. You don't have to switch between 15 different softwares. You have everything in one place. Now this is a win for us. So now we showed why Notion is good, unlimited use of AI models, and we showed that you don't have to switch between 15 different softwares, which was a problem for them. Find any information about your project was a problem for them. Meeting notes, so they can actually focus on the meeting and don't have to care about creating notes, was a problem for them. Now it's gone. In-depth research that takes a lot of time was a problem, but now it's gone. Now I want to watch this video because I understand that this is very important for me. For the value, what I would fix is just showcase it in action more. It would be awesome to see meetings, actual footage of meetings, and see how it translates and how it creates notes. But also it would be much better to have just more examples or more of what they have currently. So it's awesome what they have, just a little bit more or a little bit more effort in the video. And for converting, I would just put a link in the description, a relevant link in the description, and also in a pinned comment. And by a relevant link, I mean a custom landing page for this video. So we want to make deep research so much faster and also get rid of note taking during meetings. Something like this landing page where we have connected it to the actual video. So they click on the link and they know what we are talking about, and it's a custom landing page for them. It doesn't have to be instantly custom, just get to the relevant page for them, not the home page where they have to click 5 more times to see what this video was about. So basically this is how I would change this video right here and how I would think about creating content for Notion, because they have a big potential in capitalizing on this YouTube opportunity where companies just create bad videos, and if they would create good videos, they would get more trust, they would build better relationships with their customers, and also the money that they spend on paid ads right now would be much more effective because people recognize them from the YouTube channel they have, from the helping videos, and what they remember, what the brand is that we help people get more productive. So people will like the brand more, they will watch more of the ads, they will recognize it, it will stop them more easily. So everything just becomes much more effective. This is why YouTube is one of the biggest sales channels in 2025 and beyond, and will become one of the main things in the next few years. And this is why companies have to do this right now and step in right now in order to become the go-to software in their space. And yes, they may sound complicated, but if you want somebody to do all of this for you so you don't have to care about, you just see videos showing up on your channel, check the first link in the description and let's talk about it.